Hey guys, and welcome to Petrol Ped, and welcome to this week's Midweek 180. Safely tucked away at home this week, I've even got the Petrol Pup and the Petrol Pooch just over my shoulder down there being very cute, sharing a beanbag. Should be illegal to be that cute, really. Anyway, before we get going, I thought I would also note that I'm wearing my new latest item of merch, the black half-zip fleece with Petrol Ped logo. It is super warm and snuggly, perfect for the winter months, perfect for a Christmas present as well. So either buy one yourself or send the link to your significant other. I'll put a link in the description below. But yes, I think they're a bit tired. I did take them for a walk this morning. Anyway, let's crack on. I've got quite an exciting week this week. I've got the Goodwood Marshals track day tomorrow, so more on that later. I've even got Mr. Joe Achilles coming round for dinner this evening. I'll be doing the cooking. But a couple of things before we get cracking with the time part of Midweek 180. Firstly, yesterday I hit 160,000 subscribers, which is a number that just blows my mind completely. So massive thank you to all of you for your continued support to the channel. And I also wanted to say a huge thank you to everyone that came to my meet and greet last weekend at Thruxton. It was a fantastic event. All in all, with the Hendy Coffee Run, we had well over 600 cars on site. They weren't all there for me, but a good chunk of them were. Many of you brought your prides and joys to Thruxton that day and came and said hi. And I just wanted to say thank you to everybody. I will be doing some more of those in the new year, definitely at Thruxton with Hendy. And you never know, I might do another event a little bit further north as well. But if you've not seen one of these before, this is my midweek update where I bring you my news, views and information about upcoming reviews, all filmed in one take. I'm going to put 180 seconds in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. And that's it, a very simple format. So without further ado, let's get cracking with this week's Midweek 180. I shall start my timer. Now then, last week's leader of the pack was Malcolm Brew. Congratulations, mate. Joined in the Magnificent Seven by Francois G, Rod Matheson, Paul Mead, Lawrence Moore, Leanne Jackson and Ed Moses. So whoever puts the first comment this week, you'll be my leader of the pack next week. And the first 7 comments will be in my Magnificent Seven. Where are you and what you're doing? Well, that was James Fernley, who was at home with a broken arm. Mate, that sounds awful. I don't know how you did it, but hopefully it will fix itself soon and you will be back up to speed. But wherever you are right now, and whatever you're doing, put it in the comments below and I'll give you a shout out next week. Last week's question was basically whether or not you had put winters or all-season tyres on your car. Very interesting response. A lot of the UK-based people, we just don't bother. We just run summers all year round, and I kind of can totally see that. There were a good chunk of you, though, who would put winters or all-seasons on. And obviously there are some of you that live in countries where it's actually mandatory. It's a legal requirement to put winters on during the winter. I always find it's quite an interesting debate. As I said, I will be running both of my cars, all actually the fleet of my cars, both my cars and my 2 long-termers will be on summers throughout the winter. This week's question, because I'm doing hot laps at the Goodwood Marshals track day tomorrow, more on that later, my question, really simple. If you were going to book a hot lap, who would it be with? Who would the driver be? And what circuit would you be driving around? I would love to know your answers. It can be anyone, by the way, alive or dead. F1 last weekend. Now, I must admit, I kind of didn't really watch F1 too much last weekend because I was very, very busy. Clearly, last race of the year, Red Bull won the Drivers' and Constructors' Championships. Congratulations to them. It was quite sad saying goodbye to Sebastian Vettel. Interestingly, back in his days when he was actually winning championships with Red Bull, I was never a big Seb fan, but I kind of grew to really respect and like him, especially in the last few years. Very, very funny chap. And there's not really too many bad words to be said about him in the driver's paddock. But yes, F1 is now tucked away for the winter. I look forward to the return of the season next year. For me as a Mercedes fan, I hope they come back with a stronger car, and also as a McLaren fan as well. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I mentioned the new electric Abarth, and it's now been fully released. Interestingly, I was actually in Italy with Alfa Romeo on the day where the press shots leaked prior to their official announcement, much to the dismay of the press guys that were with us. So the Abarth 500e, quite interesting. So it's got a 113.7 kilowatt electric motor. That's about 153 horsepower and a 52 kilowatt hour battery. So they haven't officially announced range yet, but guesstimates for me are at 150, maybe 160 miles of range, which is, you know, for a city car, good enough. It's quite nippy though, 0 to 60 is about 7 seconds, and apparently around the Ballocco track, which is where I drove the Alfa Romeo Tonale the other week, it's actually quicker than the internal combustion engine 695. I knew I was going to run out of time today. So it is actually quicker than the petrol equivalent, which is very similar to Mini Electric actually. I think it looks amazing. I'm just a little bit disappointed. I think for an Abarth or Abarth, I think it should have just had a little bit more oomph, a little bit more go, maybe 180 horsepower, maybe even 200 horsepower, I think would have been, and it may well be that there's a special limited edition down the line that has a bit more power. I know they're struggling with, power versus range with that battery pack size. I'm presuming 42 kilowatt hour battery is the biggest they can get in the car, but it is, I would have liked it to be a little bit quicker. And then this Friday's video at 6 is the video on a very special car, one of the best cars I've ever driven, the Porsche Cayman GT4 RS. I don't really need to say too much more about that. Actually, I do. I was plagued with bad weather last week. I know I did my midweek 180 from inside the GT4 RS. The weather was shocking. Very wet, very greasy, slippy conditions. I was on Cup 2s, so it was quite a difficult video to make, but lots of fun going up the Petrol Ped hill climb with a little bit of tail action, bit of squirrely at the back. But yeah, brilliant car. And then that's it really. And then it's Wednesday. You're watching this Wednesday evening. Tomorrow is Thursday, and I'm at Goodwood for the Goodwood Marshals track day with my very good friend, Mr. Joe Achilles. In fact, by the time you're watching this, I'm actually going to be sat probably around this table with Joe, enjoying a meal and maybe a beer or two. But yeah, we're at Goodwood. We are raising money for the Dementia Race Against Dementia charity. And another one, which for the life of me, I can't remember now. That's so bad of me. But I support the Goodwood Marshals every year doing their track day. They are amazing team of guys and girls. And Goodwood Motorsport would not exist. The events that happen at Goodwood would not exist without the voluntary marshals that work at the circuit and work at the events. And they are a heroic bunch of guys and girls. And I like to do anything I can to support them. So if you're coming to Goodwood on Thursday, please come and say hi. We're doing hot laps, £25 for a hot lap in either. I'm working with Sussex Road and Race with Kevin and Keith from Sussex Road and Race. We've got 2 mini challenge race cars. I'm going to be swapping between the two. You can have a hot lap with me for £25. Or Joe will be in his M3 competition X Drive, giving it full gas. He is a proper peddler. So please come along and see us if you're in the area. If not, keep an eye out on YouTube because there'll be videos coming very shortly. And that's it really. Other news, I drove a phenomenal car yesterday. I drove a very exclusive McLaren 675 LT Spider yesterday. An MSO Carbon Series car. They only did 25 of those, and the car I drove, they only did 1 in that colour. It's a beautiful thing. Haven't edited the film yet, but that will be coming to the channel very soon. And that's it really. I need to stop waffling because I'm way over time, but I just wanted to talk to you. I miss you. It was so nice seeing everybody. As I said, Thruxton was a brilliant event, but I'm going to stop now, otherwise I'll get people complaining that it's not 3 minutes long, but I don't care. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Comments below are always welcome. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to Petrol Ped for plenty more content to come. And I'll see you on the next film, which remember is this Friday at 6 o'clock for the Porsche Cayman GT4 RS. Honestly, one of the best drivers' cars I've ever driven, one of the best cars I've ever driven, and definitely one of the best sounding cars I've ever driven. I know I'm bigging it up, but it's a proper bit of kit. Absolutely mega car. I shall see you on that film. Or if you're coming to Goodwood tomorrow, I shall see you there. Come and say hi. I'll be the one in the new race suit and maybe even wearing my new helmet. We'll see. I've got to wear it really. It can't be a shelf queen. It's got to be worn. I'll see you there. You take care, guys. Drive safe.